McIntosh. He's also assisted by Paul Oddie.
Number 32, Erica.
For your St. Peter's Lions, fifth grade girls. Number 4, Bailey Taylor. Number 10, Sydney Johnson. Number 12, Willow Wetzel. Number 14, Hayden Carruthers. Number 23, Kimberly Carruthers. Number 24, Erica Kaufman. Number 25, Maddie Byer. Number 32, Kendall Chappell, and number 35, Kale Cooper. The St. Peter's Lions fifth grade girls are coached by Matt Carruthers, assisted by Cheryl Carruthers and Brad Johnson. The officials for tonight's ball games will be Andrew Hall and John Beam. A couple of weeks ago, we had the White Creek Lutheran Wildcats sixth grade girls who came out with a 21-20 victory over the St. Peter's Lions sixth graders. That was a great contest that night. And we are ready to get underway. Pretty good crowd here tonight. The jump ball will be controlled by Sydney Johnson for St. Peter's, and it's a turnover, and it'll go over to the White Creek Lutheran Wildcats. The lineups: Carson Schleicher throws it in to Jordan Brewer. They've got it out top against a man-to-man defense. Shot is on the way by Schleicher, and it'll remain White Creek basketball. Also in the starting lineup, number 2, Lauren Smith. Shot on the way from the left corner, won't go down. Rebound will go out of bounds, and it'll stay with White Creek. Number 5, Maddie Arman. Another shot on the way, and this one will be rebounded by St. Peter's Lions. Also, Jenna Thomas in the starting lineup for White Creek. That one will bounce off the foot of Jordan Brewer, and it'll remain St. Peter's Lions basketball. The starters for St. Peter's: Kimberly Carruthers, number 23. Number 25, Maddie Byer. Number 32, Kendall Chappell. Number 10, Sydney Johnson. And number 12, Willow Wetzel. Ball is dribbled in and taken away by Jenna Thomas. And we have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Wildcats. They will inbound in the backcourt. And it'll be Carson Schleicher bringing it up for White Creek. And the shot is put up by Brewer. And she'll put another one up, and this one will bounce in. The first points of the ball game to Jordan Brewer for the White Creek Lutheran Wildcats. Carruthers, Kimberly Carruthers, that is, brings it in. Her cousin, Hayden Carruthers, also on the St. Peter's Lions fifth grade girls squad. Byer to inbound. Kimberly Carruthers guarded by a couple of White Creek Wildcats, and the ball is taken away by Jordan Brewer. She's going to go down for a layup attempt, and she'll be fouled and earn a trip to the free throw line. Foul will be called on Sydney Johnson, her first foul of the ball game here tonight, and 2 free throws coming up for Jordan Brewer. First one is good for Jordan. Substitution in the ball game for the St. Peter's Lions, Bailey Taylor. Jordan Brewer's second one is also good. She has all 4 points in the ball game so far. It's 4-0. White Creek Lutheran Wildcats leading the St. Peter's Lutheran Lions, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Maddie Byer will inbound. Back cut there by Sydney Johnson. And the shot in the lane is up, and this one just off the iron. It'll go out of bounds. White Creek basketball. Carson Schleicher has it taken away, and it's stolen back by Brewer. She goes in for the layup, off the glass, count it, and put her on the line. Jordan Brewer has all 6 so far for the White Creek Wildcats. Nothing the score. The second one, her free throw will go off the iron. She's 2 out of 3 from the line. It's 6-0. St. Peter's with the basketball. The shot on the way, saved, but saved to White Creek, and now we'll have a held ball. It'll be St. Peter's basketball when we come back. 3:56 remaining first quarter. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
RE/MAX. Call Jean or Annette today.
St. Peter's to inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. They set up a play, and the pass is stolen away by Carson Schleicher. She goes all the way up, and it won't go down. Rebound taken out of there by Kimberly Carruthers. She weaves her way through traffic off the glass, won't go down. Gets her own rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds. It will go over to White Creek. Jordan Brewer brings it up. She's guarded there by Sydney Johnson. Uses the screen, shot on the way in the lane, won't go in. Chased down by Maddie Arman. Schleicher, free throw line, jumper is good. It's 8-0 White Creek. Schleicher with some pressure out top. Shot by Johnson is blocked, and we'll have a foul inside called on White Creek. I think they will get Jenna Thomas for her first foul. St. Peter's basketball underneath their own basket. Hayden Carruthers coming on for the Lions. Ball's inbounded, thrown inside, and we're going to have a foul on that shot as Maddie Byer went up for the shot, and she was fouled by Maddie Arman. 2 free throws coming on for Maddie Byer. First one off the front iron. Kale Cooper into the lineup for St. Peter's. Second free throw is good, and the Lions are on the board. 8-1, White Creek leading here in the first quarter. Schleicher tries to pass it, and it is taken away by Carruthers. Her layup is good. That's Kimberly Carruthers with the first basket for St. Peter's. It's now 8-3. Brewer's shot is blocked. She'll try it again from the left baseline, and It's taken out of there by Hayden Carruthers. She goes all the way, and her layup is off the iron. Rebound for St. Peter's. And it's a loose ball, finally corralled by Bailey Taylor. And I believe we're going to have steps called on Hayden Carruthers. White Creek Wildcat basketball. Substitution into the game for White Creek. We'll now have Abigail Whitmore on and Erica Kaufman coming in for the St. Peter's Lions. Jordan Brewer brings it up. She's guarded by Kimberly Carruthers. Shot from the right side is good. 8 points now for Jordan Brewer, and it's 10-3 White Creek. And Brewer with the steal. She'll go in for the layup, and it's now 12-3. The defensive pressure there and the steal and the basket for the White Creek Lutheran Wildcats. 1:20 remaining here in the first period. Kimberly Carruthers brings it up off the glass, won't go down. The rebound will go off the hands of Cale Cooper, and it'll go back to White Creek. Carson Schleicher gives it back to Brewer, back to Schleicher. She's guarded out top by Hayden Carruthers. Brewer fires one up from the left wing. It won't go down. Rebound, Kimberly Carruthers. Erica Kaufman bringing it up. Pressure out at the midcourt line, but Kaufman brings it in, and she is fouled on the shot and will earn a trip to the free throw line. That'll be the second foul on Maddie Arman. Fourth team foul on the White Creek Wildcats. First free throw for Erica Kaufman is good. Olivia Eggersman now in for White Creek. Second shot on the way from Kaufman is off the iron. Rebound pulled out of there by Abigail Whitmore. Pressure in the backcourt. Brewer brings it up. Shot from the left baseline won't go down from Smith. Rebound taken out of there by Kaufman. 12-4 the score, 20 seconds remaining first quarter. And the ball is stolen. Schleicher tries to throw it to Brewer, but taken away by Hayden Carruthers. And we'll have a foul on Jordan Brewer, her first foul. Jenna Thomas back on for White Creek. 13 seconds remaining first quarter. Let's see if St. Peter's can get a shot off here in the remaining time. And that one is dribbled and out of bounds. It'll turn it over to the White Creek Wildcats. With 6 seconds remaining, let's see if they get a shot off. Jordan Brewer, she looks at the clock, dribbles up, left hand. She'll stop and put one up, and they'll say it's blocked. And that will end the first quarter. At the end of one quarter of play, the White Creek Wildcats 12, the St. Peter's Lions 4 on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
RE/MAX. Call Jean or Annette today.
White Creek basketball to start the second quarter. They lead 12-4. Lauren Smith inbounds to Jordan Brewer. Brewer had a good first quarter. She had 10 of the 12 points for the Wildcats. Ball taken away. Bailey Taylor bringing it up the court, but Brewer steals, lays it up, and this one will sail out of bounds. Kimberly Carruthers brings the ball up the court. She'll be met at midcourt by Lauren Smith. The Wildcats playing a zone defense. Shot from Kaufman will go off to the left side, and it's knocked out of bounds. The ball will stay with St. Peter's. Erica Kaufman looks to inbound, and it's taken away by Jordan Brewer. She goes up the left side, shot won't go, rebound goes to the Lions. Pass up the court taken by Kaufman. And a basket's good for St. Peter's. 12-6. Brewer double team knocked out of bounds by Kimberly Carruthers. Kimberly Carruthers on that last basket for St. Peter's. Sorry, I didn't catch who the player was, but we'll make sure we get that corrected. 12-6 the score. The ball is loose, taken away by Bailey Taylor. However, Jordan Brewer with the steal, she's going to go in, lay up, and it's going to be a foul called on Erica Kaufman. So here's Jordan Brewer at the line. She made 2 of 3 in the first quarter. This one is up and good. Second one on the way, and it'll also roll in. She has a dozen. 14-6, White Creek leading here in the second quarter. Pass from Johnson to Taylor, out of bounds. It'll turn it over to the Wildcats. Addison Oddie and Maddie Arman back on for White Creek. Again, the officials, Andrew Hall and John Bean, doing a nice job in tonight's ball game. Brewer brings it up, and it'll be knocked away by Bailey Taylor. Shot from the left baseline, no good. Rebound, chased down by Oddie. Loose ball, it'll turn it over to the St. Peter's Lions. Erica Kaufman inbounds to Sydney Johnson. White Creek showing some defensive pressure out top. That has caused a few problems so far for St. Peter's. Kaufman inbounds to Johnson. She dribbles into the lane. Kaufman, right baseline, shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound, St. Peter's. And chased down. Kaufman will try another one. This one off the glass and in. Erica Kaufman has 3. It's 14-8. Brewer, being hounded out top by Bailey Taylor, has it knocked away. Carson Schleicher back on for White Creek. Thomas in the corner gives it up to Brewer. She works into the lane, shot up, won't go down, and we'll have a foul called. I believe they'll call this one on Bailey Taylor. And that'll be 2 more free throws for Jordan Brewer. First one is off the iron. Second one on the way for Brewer is up, and that one won't go down. Rebound for Cooper. Kaufman double team, gives it up to Johnson. Sydney dribbles up with the left hand. Kale Cooper's shot is up and off the front iron. Rebound, put back won't go down. Schleicher pulls it down. We'll have a held ball. Possession arrow points for White Creek. A couple of subs coming back in for St. Peter's. We'll have Kendall Chappell and Maddie Byer back on for the Lions. Schleicher brings it up. It'll stay with White Creek. Ball into Brewer. Her shot will go up and won't go down. Rebound taken out of there by Byer. Byer brings it up the court and will draw a foul from Jenna Thomas. That'll be her second. They'll say that Sydney Johnson stepped on the sideline. That'll turn the ball back over to White Creek. Jordan Brewer had a smile on her face as she was talking with her teammate Carson Schleicher. The ball will go out of bounds back to St. Peter's. And that one is dribbled off the foot. It'll turn it back over to White Creek. And we'll have a foul called on Carson Schleicher for an illegal screen. They'll turn the ball back over to St. Peter's. Don't see that one called very often, but so inbounding the basketball will be Maddie Byer to Kimberly Carruthers. St. Peter's is in the bonus if there is another foul called on White Creek. That shot was a little short. It'll turn it over back to the Wildcats. Brewer passes inside, nice feed. Shot won't go down, and the rebound, and we'll have a foul on St. Peter's. We'll get Kimberly Carruthers. I believe that'll be the first on Kimberly. Free throws coming for Addison Oddie. First one on the way, off the front iron. Addison wearing some pretty nice kicks out there. Gotta like the Chucks. Second one up and off the iron, won't go down. Rebound taken out of there by Carruthers. Kimberly brings it up, and she'll be bumped by Jenna Thomas. That'll be Jenna's third foul, and it will send Kimberly Carruthers to the free throw line for St. Peter's. First on the way for Kimberly is off the back iron and good. She has 5. The score is now 14-9 in favor of White Creek. Second one is off the iron, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. White Creek basketball. They chased it down. Referee John Bean chased it down out of the office of the athletic director here at St. Peter's, Tony Whitman. I want to thank Tony for all his help in letting us bring you this basketball game on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network. Shot from Brewer will go off the iron. Rebound from Adi won't go in, and we've got a tie-up in the lane. St. Peter's basketball. 1:33 remaining first half. 14-9 is the score. Schleicher picks up pressure before midcourt. The ball taken away by Brewer on the double team, and she goes in and is fouled by Kimberly Carruthers. I believe that's the second on Kimberly. Again, we don't have the official scorebook, but we'll try to update this at halftime. First free throw is on the way and off from Brewer. Jordan has 12 of the 14 points for the Wildcats. Abigail Whitmore back on for White Creek. Second free throw for Brewer is up and good. She has a baker's dozen, and it's 15-9. Kimberly Carruthers brings it up, left-hand dribble. Shot goes up, and it's blocked by Armand, and we'll have a held ball. Possession arrow favors the White Creek Wildcats. Brewer facing a double team out front. Schleicher fires one up from 14 feet, won't go down. Rebound taken out of there by Whitmore, but St. Peter's steals the ball, and we'll have a double dribble called. It'll go back to White Creek. Sydney Johnson will come back on for the St. Peter's Lions. Schleicher brings it up. Thought about the shot, instead gives it up, and we'll have a walking violation called on Whitmore. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. 15-9. The White Creek Wildcats leading the St. Peter's Lions. Pass goes cross court into the lane, and the shot goes up and in by Maddie Byer. She has 3. It's 15-11. Final half minute of the second quarter. The ball stolen away. Bailey Taylor passes up in front to Sydney Johnson, and a second one up and in. Johnson has a basket, and it's 15-13. Final 10 seconds. Brewer gives it up. Shot from the left baseline. Won't go down. Rebound will come to St. Peter's. And this should end the first half. The Lions on a comeback, but after one half of play. The White Creek Lutheran Wildcats 15. The St. Peter's Lutheran Lions 13. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a one-to-one laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true community school, which is also a part of our vision for 2020. In addition to that, 10% of our children don't even have a church home, and so we have the opportunity to teach those students about Jesus maybe in a way that they've never heard before. Many students are baptized every single year, and for that we certainly give thanks. All of these things have led up to the largest enrollment that our school has ever had. At the start of this school year, we had 479 students enrolled. God is certainly faithful and good to us here at St. Peter's. I'm extremely excited about the vision for 2020 that God has laid out for us at St. Peter's to impact this community and even our entire world. And as our Vision 2020 becomes a reality, I am confident that our children will indeed tell their children, and their children will tell their children about the great and wondrous things that God has accomplished in their lives through St. Peter's Lutheran School.
Standing here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
RE/MAX. Call Gene or Annette today.
Welcome back to the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. Glad you're joining us. We're getting ready for second half action here in this fifth grade contest. The White Creek Lutheran Wildcats leading the St. Peter's Lions 15-13. The scoring in the first half for White Creek, pretty simple. Jordan Brewer had 13 and 2 for Carson Schleicher. St. Peter's was led by Kimberly Carruthers with 5, 3 for Erica Kaufman, 3 for Maddie Byer, and 2 for Sydney Johnson. 15-13 the score, White Creek on top. Jordan Brewer bringing it up for the Wildcats. Schleicher takes the pass, returns it to Brewer. Brewer's shot will be partially blocked, taken out of there by Hayden Carruthers. She goes up the court. Ball stolen away by Brewer, and it's loose on the floor, and we will now have a held ball. Possession arrow favoring the St. Peter's Lions. Erica Kaufman to inbound. It'll go to Kimberly Carruthers. Again, Kimberly had 5 in the first half. Uses the screen, passes inside. The shot is blocked. It'll stay with St. Peter's. Erica Kaufman to inbound. They run an inbounds play. Pass goes back to Kaufman. Her shot is up and good. She has 5, and we are tied at 15. Brewer over to Schleicher. Back to Brewer, and we're going to have a foul called on Bailey Taylor, her second, I do believe. First foul here in the second half. Schleicher looks to get it inbounds, and it's taken away by Taylor. Her pass up court, however, is taken back by the Wildcats. And Schleicher is fouled on the right sideline by Erica Kaufman. (15-15). Maddie Armand to inbound for White Creek. Thomas, shot is up and short. Rebound taken away by Kale Cooper. Kimberly Carruthers out top against the zone, and we're going to have a double dribble violation called on Carruthers, Wildcat basketball. Lauren Smith picks it up, and we'll have a tie-up Possession arrow remains with the Wildcats. Lauren Smith to inbound. Schleicher goes in for the layup. It won't go down. Knocked out of bounds. St. Peter's Lions basketball. Kaufman puts it up from the left elbow, won't go down. Rebound for White Creek, however, it's taken away by Cooper. Shot on the way, won't go down. And Brewer looks up the court, instead dribbles it up and she'll be bumped. And they'll say she stepped on the sideline. Possession goes back to the St. Peter's Lions. Carruthers up to her cousin Hayden. Hayden, her pass inside is knocked away. It'll stay with the St. Peter's Lions. 3:48 remaining third period. 15-15 the score. Pass back to Kaufman, her shot partially blocked, and we'll have a held ball. Sydney Johnson back on for St. Peter's. Inbounds pass taken by Taylor. And that errant shot will turn it back over to White Creek. Brewer will fire one up from the left side, won't go down. Rebound, however, taken by Maddie Arman, and she is fouled, earning a trip to the free throw line. That foul will be called on Hayden Carruthers. I believe that's her first. Third team foul, however, on St. Peter's here in the second half. First one off for Maddie Arman. Second one on the way can break the tie. That one won't go down. Rebounded out of there by Bailey Taylor. And that'll be stolen away by Carson Schleicher. Her layup is good, and that'll give the lead back to White Creek. Brewer steals, however, she'll be called for the foul. Second foul so far on Jordan Brewer. They'll throw it up the court to Bailey Taylor. She'll stop, and her pass will go out of bounds. It'll turn it back over to White Creek. Schleicher met by a couple of defenders at half court. She gives it up to Brewer. Her shot will go off the iron. Rebound taken out of there by Lauren Smith, and she's tied up by Sydney Johnson. Possession arrow stays with White Creek. Shot on the way by Schleicher, won't go down. St. Peter's bringing it up the court. Willow Wetzel will be called for the double dribble. Back on for White Creek, Abigail Whitmore. Pass is stolen by Sydney Johnson. However, in the attempt to move it up the court, we'll have another double dribble violation. Inbounds pass stolen away by Kaufman. She'll weave through traffic, put it up off the iron. Rebound put up. And over the back is going to be called on Kale Cooper. That'll be the fourth team foul here in the second half on St. Peter's. 17-15 the score. White Creek Wildcats on top. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And Brewer is going to be fouled by Kaufman. I believe that'll be the third on Erica. Fifth team foul on St. Peter's. And a timeout's going to be called here. 1:57 remaining, 17-15. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax.
Remax. Call Gene or Annette today.
White Creek basketball. They lead 17-15. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. The inbounds pass is knocked away, however, stolen back by Jordan Brewer. She dribbles it up left-handed and will be fouled. They'll call this one on Willow Wetzel. Jordan had 10 points in the first quarter, 3 free throws in the second. She has 13 of the 17 for White Creek. First free throw is off the iron. Referee John Bean trying to make sure she doesn't go over the 12-foot free throw line. She doesn't on this one, and the rebound is taken out of there by Kale Cooper. And we'll have a foul called on Jordan Brewer, and that should be her third personal. Two team fouls here in the second half on White Creek, 6 on St. Peter's, so White Creek will have some opportunities coming, perhaps in the form of free tosses from the free throw line. Schleicher back to Brewer. Ball's taken away by Hayden Carruthers. Carruthers weaving through traffic will go up with the layup. It won't go down, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. White Creek basketball. Kendall Chappell back on for St. Peter's. Carson Schleicher brings it up, picks up her dribble in a tough spot, gives it up to Brewer. She'll work her way down the baseline. She has 15. It's 19-15. White Creek on top here in the third period, and the ball will be knocked away, and White Creek basketball. Brewer gets it to Schleicher. She'll put one up from 14. Rebound taken out of there by Sydney Johnson. She's trying to go all the way to the bucket. Her shot will go up, won't go down. She gets her own rebound. And Willow Wetzel fights for the loose ball. Manny Byer to inbound for St. Peter's. They go into the lane, good pass. The shot won't go down for Byer. Rebound taken out of there by Whitmore. Whitmore looks up the court and loses control. 10 seconds remaining here in the third. Let's see if St. Peter's can get it up the court and get a shot off. They trail by 4. That one's stolen away. Brewer looks up ahead, and this will go out of bounds with less than a second remaining. Ball's inbounded, and that will end the third period. At the end of 3, the White Creek Wildcats 19, the St. Peter's Lions 15. We'll be back with more on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
RE/MAX. Call Jean or Annette today.
Erica Kaufman inbounds to Kimberly Carruthers. St. Peter's trailing by 4. First shot up in the fourth period. Won't go down. Kaufman with a rebound attempt. Pulled out of there by Jenna Thomas. Thomas takes it all the way up the court. Ball's loose in the lane, and now a held ball will give possession to the White Creek Wildcats. Play number 4 called by Kurt McIntosh. Jordan Brewer, baseline jumper, goes in and out. And the rebound will be a held ball. Possession arrow this time favors the St. Peter's Lions. Kaufman gets it into Kimberly Carruthers. Carruthers brings it up with a left-handed dribble. And another held ball. White Creek basketball. Jordan Brewer brings it up. Lauren Smith, her pass deflected out of bounds by Bailey Taylor. That will go off of Abigail Whitmore and turn it back over to the St. Peter's Lions. Kimberly Carruthers throws it up the court, and it'll go out of bounds back to White Creek. Brewer brings it up court. Thomas, her shot will be short. St. Peter's basketball. Inbounds pass knocked away by Smith. It'll stay with White Creek. Inbounding will be Lauren Smith for the Wildcats. And it's going to be a tough one to get inbounds. Finally, she gets it into Whitmore, and it's knocked away. St. Peter's basketball. Kaufman, three-pointer on the way, won't go down. Carruthers rebound, won't go in. And it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be White Creek basketball. .426 remaining, 19-15 the score. Brewer fakes, hesitates, puts it up on the right side, won't go down. Rebound on the court. And poked away by Brewer. Lions retain possession. Addison Oddie back on for White Creek, and Maddie Byer in for St. Peter's. Carruthers passes up to Taylor. Her pass, and we're going to have a jump ball called. Possession arrow will stay with St. Peter's. Kale Cooper back on for the Lions. They've run this out of bounds play well, but haven't been able to get any points off of it. 19-15 the score, 3:55 remaining. Brewer beats the double team. Goes up for the shot from the right baseline, won't go down, rebounded by Lauren Smith. Brewer fires one up from the left side and it won't go. Sydney Johnson will try to take it all the way. Her shot won't go down. Kale Cooper's rebound attempt won't go. It's on the court, on the floor, and we're gonna have another held ball. White Creek basketball, they lead by 4, 3:29 remaining. Lauren Smith and Jordan Brewer bring it up. Pressure out top from Carruthers and Taylor. Brewer gets it back, and she will be fouled and go to the free throw line. Bailey Taylor called for her third personal. 1-and-1. Coming up for Jordan Brewer. She has 15 of the 19 for White Creek. Front end on the way, and it won't go. Rebound to Oddie. Brewer fires one up from 17, won't go. Oddie with the rebound again. And we'll have a foul called. I believe they'll get Kimberly Carruthers, her third personal. One in bonus for White Creek. Oddie's free throw won't go down, but rebound comes right back to her. Brewer fires one up, has it poked away. Cooper comes up with it. Bailey Taylor's shot won't go down, but she gets her own rebound, fires it up again. And we're going to have a foul called, and we'll go the other way with a foul called on Bailey Taylor. That's her fourth. There'll be more free throws coming up for White Creek. So far, no score here in the fourth period. It's still 19-15. One in bonus coming up for Maddie Arman. Next foul will be double bonus situation for White Creek, as that was the 9th on St. Peter's. Shot won't go down, rebound taken out of there by Taylor. And steps will be called on Bailey Taylor. Perhaps the official was blinded by those shoes. Gotta like those pink kicks for Bailey Taylor. Jordan Brewer's shot will be off the mark, chased down by Kimberly Carruthers. Carruthers going up the court, and she'll be fouled by Carson Schleicher. Only the third team foul here in the second half on White Creek, and we'll have a timeout taken by head coach Matt Carruthers. 19-15 the score. White Creek on top of St. Peter's on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. St. Peter's to inbound the basketball. Maddie Byer has the honors of that duty. She'll look in to Bailey Taylor. Her shot won't go down. Cooper's rebound, put back, and she'll be fouled. They're going to call this one, I believe, on Maddie Arman. Be the third on Maddie. And 2 free throws coming up for Kale Cooper. First one is good. 19-16 to score. Second one on the way, also good. 19-17, Kale Cooper's free throws pull the Lions within 2, and defensive pressure knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with White Creek. Ball's inbounded to Brewer, and she is fouled. And that will be the 10th foul on St. Peter's. Sydney Johnson called for that holding foul, and it'll be 2 free throws on the double bonus for Jordan Brewer. First one is off the mark. Again, she's getting very close to going over the free throw line with this free throw jump shot. Second one is off the back iron, pulled out of there by Byer. She looks up the court. Johnson chases it down, and it is put up, and there'll be a foul called on White Creek. I think they'll get Carson. No, actually, they're going to call that one on Maddie Arman. And that's the fourth foul on Maddie. 1:51 remaining, 2 shots on the way. First one from Sydney Johnson, nothing but net. 19-18, chance to tie things up here for St. Peter's. Jenna Thomas back on for the White Creek Wildcats. And the second one's good. We're tied at 19, less than 2 minutes remaining. St. Peter's 4 for 4 from the line here in this fourth period. And they have the basketball. A minute and a half remaining. Carruthers looks up the court, gets it to Bailey Taylor. Johnson throws it inside and pulled out of there by the Wildcats. Carruthers tries to save it. Johnson's shot won't go. Byer won't get it to drop, and we're going to have a held ball. A lot of action inside. 19-19 the score. 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining, and a timeout on the court. We've got a good one here at the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax.
Remax. Call Gene or Annette today.
St. Peter's has the basketball underneath their own basket. 1:14 remaining, tied at 19. Maddie Byer to inbound. Kale Cooper. Carruthers takes the shot from the left side, won't go down. That one's put up by Taylor. Rebound poked away, it'll stay with the Lions. And another timeout called by St. Peter's. We've got a tight one, a lot of strategy involved. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax. One minute, 5 seconds remaining. Tied at 19. Nice play called. The inbound pass. The shot won't go down. Rebound for St. Peter's, and we're going to have a tie-up. Possession arrow favors the White Creek Warriors. 1 minute remaining. Pressure at midcourt coming in the form of Bailey Taylor and Kimberly Carruthers. Jordan Brewer bringing it up. She passes up the court to Arman. Brewer gets it back. Her shot won't go down. Rebound put up, won't go down. And it's fought for. Schleicher comes out of there with it. 40 seconds remaining. She fires one up. Kale Cooper pulls it down for St. Peter's. The ball's loose, however, and Schleicher can't hang on. Lions basketball. And we're going to have a timeout taken this time by White Creek Wildcats head coach Kurt McIntosh. We'll be back in a moment. (19-19) the score. St. Peter's Lions have the basketball underneath their own basket. They called their play, get it in bounds, shot on the way, won't go down. Second one is up and in for Bailey Taylor. Her first basket of the ball game makes it 21-19 St. Peter's. Jordan Brewer driving down right baseline. Her shot will be off the backboard and out of bounds. St. Peter's basketball. And a timeout taken by head coach Matt Carruthers. (21-19) St. Peter's leads by 2. They have the basketball full court. Let's see the strategy here for Kurt McIntosh's White Creek Wildcats. Will they try to foul? They only have 5 team fouls here in the second half. If they do want to send St. Peter's to the free throw line, they'll need to foul them a couple of times. Inbounds, pass is tied up. Possession arrow stays with St. Peter's. 2 seconds run off the clock. There's 12.9 remaining here now. Full court pressure. Ball is inbounded to Kale Cooper, and she took an extra step. That'll turn it over to White Creek. They call timeout, looking to tie things up. 11 and a half seconds remaining. Let's run down the scoring here for these teams. 21-19, St. Peter's on top. Bailey Taylor has that go-ahead basket for her 2 points. 4 points on a bucket and a pair of free throws for Sydney Johnson. 5 for Kimberly Carruthers. 5 for Erica Kaufman. 3 for Maddie Byer, and 2 on 2 free throws for Kale Cooper. For the White Creek Wildcats, a pair of baskets for Carson Schleicher. She has 4. Chalk up the other 15 to Jordan Brewer. I'm imagining that head coach Kurt McIntosh is designing a play to get Jordan Brewer the basketball. Eleven and a half seconds remaining. St. Peter's packing in a 2-3 zone. So they'll get the ball to Brewer. She goes to the left elbow, puts her shot up, won't go down, rebound, fought for, and we're going to have a foul call. This one will go on number 25, Maddie Byer. And this will bring 2 free throws for number 5, Maddie Arman. Chance to tie the game here for the Wildcats. 4.5 seconds remaining. First one is up and no good. Two-point game. One shot from the line coming up for Maddie Arman. This one on the way is good. It's a 1-point game. And another timeout called by White Creek. We'll be back to finish this one up. It's 21-20 on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network. (21-20) your score. The St. Peter's Lions on top. They have the basketball. Only 4.5 seconds remaining. Officials Andrew Hall and John Bean. John Bean reminding Kaufman she can run the baseline. They throw it in bounds. The time will run off the clock. And that will end the game. 21-20 your final. We've had a dandy. Last 2 weeks ago we had the White Creek 6th grade girls defeat St. Peter's Lions 21-20. This time the fifth graders return the favor. We'll be back with the St. Peter's Lutheran Remax Player of the Game here in a moment.
I'm standing here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
Welcome back to the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network. We are joined by our player of the game, Bailey Taylor. She hit that big basket to put St. Peter's on top. Congratulations, Bailey.
Thank you.
That was a great game, 21-20. Had to be exciting down the end, didn't it?
Yeah, because I was nervous.
Now, there were a lot of timeouts. Was there some good strategy going on in those timeouts?
Yeah, our coach really encouraged us.
Now, he set up a play to get the ball inbounds that last time, and you were able to get that shot to go in.
Yeah.
Now, have you worked on those inbounds plays in practice?
Yeah, a lot.
Seems like for White Creek they had one player who scored a lot of points,
Yeah, she was good.
and yet they couldn't get her the shot there at the end of the game. You guys changed the strategy there at the end when they only had a few, like 11 seconds to go. You packed a zone back in.
Yeah.
Well, Bailey, congratulations. That was an exciting game, 21-20.
Thank you.
All right. Bailey Taylor, our St. Peter's Lutheran Remax player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this broadcast, but we'll be back here in a few minutes. We'll have more from the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a one-to-one laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true community school, which is also a part of our vision for 2020. In addition to that, 10% of our children don't even have a church home, and so we have the opportunity to teach those students about Jesus maybe in a way that they've never heard before. Many students are baptized every single year, and for that we certainly give thanks. All of these things have led up to the largest enrollment that our school has ever had. At the start of this school year, we had 479 students enrolled. God is certainly faithful and good to us here at St. Peter's. I'm extremely excited about the vision for 2020 that God has laid out for us at St. Peter's to impact this community and even our entire world. And as our Vision 2020 becomes a reality, I am confident that our children will indeed tell their children, and their children will tell their children about the great and wondrous things that God has accomplished in their lives through St. Peter's Lutheran School.
Standing here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. Tonight's contest, the 6th grade Columbus Christian Crusaders and the hosts, the St. Peter's Lions. Glad you're joining us. I'm Ted Rutan, and tonight's 6th grade contest will be officiated by Andrew Hall and John Bean. We had a good first game in this evening's broadcast. The 5th graders from White Creek were defeated by St. Peter's in a very close one, 21-20. We're glad you're joining us here for tonight's contest. The starters for St. Peter's: Abby Schieffer, Katie Stoner, Caitlin White, Kenzie Meyer, and Olivia Johnson. For the Columbus Christian Crusaders, they'll have number 15, Eva Blair, number 5, Naomi Haynes, number 31, Taylor Jenkins, number 12, Emily Stair, and I can't quite tell who the 5th starter is right now. We'll get that here in a moment. The athletic director here for St. Peter's, Tony Whitman. We want to thank him for allowing us to bring you this broadcast. Jump ball is taken out of there by the Crusaders. The Laura Beth Vanderburg is the 5th starter. The ball's knocked away by Caitlin White. It'll remain Crusaders basketball. The head coach for the Columbus Christian Crusaders, Jonathan Blair. And for St. Peter's Lions, Allison White, the head coach, and she's assisted by Nathan Schieffer. And on the rebound, we'll have a held ball. It will be White basketball. In other words, this one's going over to St. Peter's Lions. Bringing it up the court will be Olivia Johnson. She's guarded by Stair. And the first shot up for St. Peter's is up and good. Abby Schieffer gets the basket. It's 2-0 Lions, and full court pressure coming. Held basketball. Possession arrow this time in favor of the Crusaders. Full court pressure. And it's knocked away by White and stolen. The pass goes inside. And Kenzie Meyer will back it out. Meyer guarded there by Stair. Baseline jumper on the way for Katie Stoner, and it's St. Peter's off to a 4-0 lead here in the first minute of play. Crusaders having a little bit of trouble against this pressure from St. Peter's, but bring it all the way up is Emily Stair. Eva Blair with the ball, and that's going to be stolen away by Stoner. She's going to drive in, lays it up, and it's good. A quick start for the Lions, and it's 6-0. Ball stolen away. Stoner shot up, won't go. Rebound pulled back by Meyer, and we're going to have a traveling violation called on St. Peter's. Ball be thrown in by Naomi Haynes, and that one will be turned back over to St. Peter's. (6-0). The Lions off to a great start against the Crusaders. Olivia Johnson looks to get it in. They run their out of bounds play. Johnson, baseline jumper won't go. Rebound by Schieffer. Now pulled out of there by Meyer. Johnson over to Stoner. Her baseline jumper won't go down. Caitlin White has it knocked away. It'll remain with the St. Peter's Lions. Johnson drives left side of the lane. Shot won't go down. Rebound. Pulled out of there by Stoner. Her shot will go in. She has 6 quick points. It's 8-0 St. Peter's. We're just 2 minutes and 20 seconds into this contest. Emily Stair brings it up court. She's stopped there by White. Shot on the way. Won't go down for Naomi Haynes. Rebound pulled out of there by Schieffer. She gets it up court to White, and she's got an extra step in there. Ball will go back to the Columbus Christian Crusaders. Geraldine Handley now on for the Crusaders. She will replace Laura Beth Vanderberg. Full court pressure being applied, and I mean pressure by the St. Peter's Lions. Emily Stair gets it up the court. And we'll have a jump ball situation, and on the alternating possession, it will be St. Peter's basketball. Kylie Hatcher on for St. Peter's. Olivia Johnson brings it up against the pressure of Emily Stair. Johnson, no problem getting it up. Bounce pass, left baseline. Stoner feels the hot hand. That one was way down in and back out. Rebound taken out of there by the Crusaders. Eight 0 the score. Ball taken away by Stoner. And we'll have a whistle. And I believe we'll get Naomi Haynes for the personal foul. First foul of the ball game. Caitlin Mabus coming on for St. Peter's. The Lions lead 8-0. Johnson, as they run their out-of-bounds play to perfection. Stoner, baseline jumper. She's got 8. It's 10-0. That's play number 4. Stair picks up her dribble, gives it off to Eva Blair, and Blair has it stolen by Stoner. Left side jumper won't go down, and fouled in the backcourt is Emily Stair. I think they'll get Katie Stoner for the personal foul. Abby Cooper will come in for St. Peter's. She's guarding the inbounder, and the ball will be stolen by Olivia Johnson, and they will have a held ball. Possession arrow remains with Columbus Christian. Inbounds pass was off the mark, and St. Peter's will throw it in. Stoner, 12-footer. She's got 10 of the 12 for St. Peter's, and we're going to have a timeout. A hot start for the Lions. Katie Stoner has 10 of their 12. They lead the Columbus Christian Crusaders 12-0.
Remax. Call Jean or Annette today.
We've got 2 Final Fours between us. $12-0 the score. St. Peter's off to a great start in tonight's ball game. Inbounding will be Milena Schundelmeyer for the Crusaders. Ball's taken away. Stoner puts one up for the left side, won't go down. Cooper saves it back in. Johnson, 13-footer straight away, in and out. And we'll have a double dribble violation in the backcourt. Kenzie Meyer and Barbara May back on for Coach Allison White's St. Peter's Lions. Ball stolen away by Schundelmeyer. Hanley bringing it up against the pressure from Kenzie Meyer. And that'll be a 10-second violation as the good defensive pressure from St. Peter's will cause the turnover. 1:38 remaining, first period, 12-0. St. Peter's brings it in. Meyer being guarded by Hanley. Baseline jumper up from May, won't go down. Schundelmeyer tries to bring it up court. She's guarded by Hatcher. She looks weak side, and that'll go off the hands of Eva Blair, St. Peter's basketball. Lexi Jones on for the Lions. Meyer uses the left hand to bring it up, now switches back to the other side. Pass along the baseline will be knocked out of bounds. It'll be Columbus Christian basketball. Less than a minute remaining here in the first period. Schundelmeyer takes it up court. She's got a lane to the basket, and we'll have an inadvertent whistle. And Milena Schundelmeyer had an open lane to the bucket. And the ball's knocked away on the inbounds pass, taken out of there by Hanley. Now it's loose on the court, and we've got a held ball situation. It'll go back to St. Peter's. Kenzie Meyer gets it baseline to Barbara May. Her shot won't go down. And we'll have another held ball. Ball taken away by the Lions, and the shot will go up and in for Lexi Jones. 14-0. Less than 20 seconds remaining here in the first. Ball stolen away and up and in by Kylie Hatcher. The Lions' pressure defense really has stymied the Columbus Christian Crusaders as they are struggling to get it inbounds. This one is on the court, and that will end the first period. It's been all St. Peter's in the first. They lead 16-0 on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
RE/MAX. Call Jean or Annette today.
It's been all St. Peter's here in the first quarter. We're getting ready for the second quarter of play. Glad you're joining us here. I'm Ted Rutan, and St. Peter's leads Columbus Christian 16-0. Katie Stoner had 10 in that first period for the Lions. Olivia Johnson, her pass is knocked away, and we'll have a held ball 11 seconds into the second period. Bring it up the court now. Kenna Conrad for the Crusaders. She gets it off to Milena Schundelmeyer. Schundelmeyer guarded out top by Olivia Johnson. That ball is taken away by Katie Stoner. She corrals it, and they'll look up the court. Olivia Johnson pushes it up for the Lions. Her layup is good. Olivia has her first basket. It's 18-0. St. Peter's on top. Milena Schundelmeyer meets the defense at half court. Allison White's defense has gone from full court pressure to half court. Now the trap along the baseline. Ball's loose on the court, and they'll call traveling on that loose ball situation. Crusaders to inbound underneath their own basket. Ball is passed in, and it'll be a held ball in the middle of the lane. St. Peter's basketball. Caitlin White will inbound for the Lions. And this one is loose out at midcourt, taken out of there by Abby Schieffer. Johnson's pass, however, will go out of bounds. Possession back to the Crusaders. Annika Jenkins throws it into Milena Schundelmeyer. Kenna Conrad, Serenity Mack, and Lily Miller also on for the Crusaders. Mack has it knocked away. Annika Jenkins picks it up, trying to save it along the baseline, and stepped on the baseline. That'll turn it back over to St. Peter's. Rachel Kuhlman will get a break. She's been sidelined for a few weeks here with mono. Glad to see she's back in action for the St. Peter's Lions. Olivia Johnson brings it up, and we'll have a foul called on Milena Schundelmeyer. Inbounds pass. Schieffer comes up with the loose ball. And taken away by Annika Jenkins. Annika, a fourth grader here for the Crusaders. She has two sisters on the team as well. Casey, a fifth grader, and Taylor Jenkins, a sixth grader. Speaking of which, Casey Jenkins will come on now for the Crusaders. She'll replace Annika. Milena Schundelmeyer brings it up. And we're going to have a timeout called. 3:39 remaining. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by the fine folks at RE/MAX. Crusader basketball. They trail here in the second quarter, 3:39 remaining. Schundelmeyer's pass will be deflected. It'll remain with the Crusaders. Kenneth Conrad will inbound to Schundelmeyer. She uses a screen, and that pass will go back to Jenkins, and it's a loose ball. Schieffer will not be able to pick it up. St. Peter's basketball underneath their own bucket. Olivia Johnson to inbound for the Lions. And that'll go off the foot of Abby Schieffer, back to the Crusaders. Schundelmeyer gets it across half court. And her pass, Conrad able to pull it down. Mack, her shot from the left side won't go down. Chased down by Lily Miller. And it's taken out of there. Olivia Johnson going in for the layup, and she's got her second bucket of the quarter. It's now 20 for St. Peter's. Annika Jenkins will come back on for the Crusaders. Some subs coming in for St. Peter's. Kenzie Meyer and Caitlin Mabus back on for the Lions. And now we've got a shoelace tied. We're ready to get things going again. 2:46 remaining first half. Elena Schundelmeyer being guarded there by Olivia Johnson. Now breaks free from the defense. Schundelmeyer looking for some help. Serenity Mack gets it inside for Annika Jenkins, and the shot won't go down, but there is a foul called on Caitlin Mabus. Schundelmeyer gets it in. Jenkins looking around for some help, and the ball is taken away by St. Peter's. Kylie Hatcher picks it up and will be called for palming the basketball. .206 remaining first half. Abby Cooper back on for the Lions. Schundelmeyer looking to get her shot off, can't get it away, and it's taken away by the Lions. Mabus gives it up, but now Serenity Mack bringing it the other way for the Crusaders. Her shot is off the iron. Rebound Johnson. Good reverse there by Olivia. Can't get the shot to go. Milena Schundelmeyer with the rebound. Conrad up quickly for the Crusaders. Spins, turns, fires, won't go down. Johnson tries it again and rebounded by Serenity Mack. And I believe we've got another shoelace issue. Barbara May back on for the Lions. Emily Stair back for the Crusaders. .108 remaining. here in the first half. Schundelmeyer guarded by May. Good defense by St. Peter's, and that one's stolen away, but taken back by Emily Stair. Serenity Max, follow-up, won't go. Meyer pulls it out of there. Schundelmeyer knocks it away. St. Peter's basketball, 40 seconds remaining first half. And taking it all the way to the bucket is Kenzie Meyer, her first basket of the game for St. Peter's. It's 22 for the Lions. Final 25 seconds. Pass stolen away by Lexi Jones. Meyer hustles it up the court. Jones shot won't go down. Crusaders basketball. 11 seconds remaining first half. Let's see if Milena Schundelmeyer can get a shot off here. Defense tight. And this will end the first half. It's been a good one as far as St. Peter's goes. They lead 22-0. We'll be back with second half action on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a one-to-one laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true community school, which is also a part of our vision for 2020. In addition to that, 10% of our children don't even have a church home, and so we have the opportunity to teach those students about Jesus maybe in a way that they've never heard before. Many students are baptized every single year, and for that we certainly give thanks. All of these things have led up to the largest enrollment that our school has ever had. At the start of this school year, we had 479 students enrolled. God is certainly faithful and good to us here at St. Peter's. I'm extremely excited about the vision for 2020 that God has laid out for us at St. Peter's to impact this community and even our entire world. And as our Vision 2020 becomes a reality, I am confident that our children will indeed tell their children, and their children will tell their children about the great and wondrous things that God has accomplished in their lives through St. Peter's Lutheran School.
for second half action. Glad you're joining us here on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. I'm Ted Rutan. First shot on the way in the third quarter is off the mark by Stoner. Rebound pulled out of there by Serenity Mack. She goes coast to coast, pulls up from 12. Off the glass, won't go. Olivia Johnson now for the Lions. And she won't be stopped on her way to the bucket. She has 6 now. 24 for St. Peter's. And they're now playing a 1-3-1 zone, trying out some different strategy defensively. And that ball will be knocked away, and Lions basketball. They lead 24-zip. Finally get it inbounds to Olivia Johnson, and the left-hander brings it up. She's going to go in for another layup, and she'll get another one. She has 8 now. So the 1-3-1 zone at half court. Milena Schundelmeyer being guarded out top by Olivia Johnson. And we'll have an over and back violation. Johnson has it knocked away from behind by Schundelmeyer, but St. Peter's retains possession, and Kenzie Meyer's shot won't go down. Serenity Mack pulls it out of there for Columbus Christian. Schieffer's shot off the mark. And here comes Serenity Mack for the Crusaders. Loose ball. Mack gets control again. Schundelmeyer's shot is off the rim and out. And Schundelmeyer hustles back on defense and swipes it from Olivia Johnson. Schundelmeyer has it slapped away, and we'll have a foul called. And they'll call Katie Stoner for the foul, her second of the ballgame. We'll have 5 new players on for St. Peter's. Abby Cooper, Lexi Jones, Caitlin Mabus, Barbara May, and Kylie Hatcher now on for the Lions. Kylie Hatcher bringing it up court. Crossover dribble. And this one is stolen away by Emily Stair. And a foul will be called on Kylie Hatcher. Good anticipation on that pass by Emily Stair. Crusaders to bring it in bounds. They get it into Serenity Mack, and it's poked away. Taken out of there by Cooper. .3:16 remaining, third period. Needless to say, it's been all St. Peter's in this contest. Schundelmeyer has it knocked away. It'll remain with the Crusaders. Mack goes through the traffic. Can't get a shot away, but the pass, right baseline won't go down. Mack with the rebound, and we'll have a held ball. Possession arrow favoring the Crusaders. Kenna Conrad and Annika Jenkins back on for the Crusaders. Inbounds pass knocked away, and another held ball. This time it'll be over to St. Peter's. Kylie Hatcher brings it up, taken away by Mulaney Schundelmeyer. Crusaders basketball. Rachel Kuhlman back on for the Lions. And good to see her back in the lineup for St. Peter's. Conrad has it knocked away, and it'll be another held ball. This time it'll go back to the Crusaders. Shot on the way, off the iron from Mulaney Schundelmeyer. Here comes Kuhlman. Nice job, good pass. The shot won't go down. Really good recognition there by Rachel Kuhlman as she brings it up the court. Sees her open teammate, cross-court pass. St. Peter's ball underneath their own bucket. Excuse me, no, it will be Columbus Christian basketball. Held ball will give it back to the Lions. Eva Blair and Geraldine Handley into the game for Columbus Christian. Ball is stolen, and the shot will not go in. Rebound, though, for the Crusaders, and this one is up and in for Kenna Conrad. Glad to see those points on the board for the Crusaders. Here comes Rachel Kuhlman. Cooper, 15-footer off the glass, won't go. Possession will stay with the St. Peter's Lions. Caitlin Mavis trying to work open for the shot, was fouled before she could get the attempt off. Foul be on Eva Blair for the Crusaders. And we'll have a foul called, dead ball foul, an illegal screen called on Caitlin Mavis, her second personal. So Crusader basketball. All the way to the bucket for the layup attempt. Won't go down for Conrad. And another tie-up on the far side. Laura Beth Vanderburg on the court for the Crusaders. Inbounds pass taken away by Rachel Kuhlman. She dribbles all the way up the court. The shot is up and won't go down. Kenna Conrad to inbound for the Crusaders as we approach the 1 minute mark of the third period. Conrad being guarded by Abby Cooper. Eva Blair picks up her dribble in a tough spot, and Cooper picks up the loose ball. Here comes Kuhlman. This time a beautiful bounce pass for the layup. Another nice dish from Rachel Kuhlman as Caitlin Mabus puts in her first basket of the ball game. Conrad picks up her dribble. Annika Jenkins has it poked away. They'll look up the court. Here comes Kuhlman again, crossover dribble. And another bucket by Caitlin Mabus. She has 4 quick points here in the final minute of the third quarter as the clock is winding down. Let's see if the Crusaders can get another shot off. They do, and it won't go down. At the end of 3, St. Peter's 30, Columbus Christian 2. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX.
RE/MAX. Call Jean or Annette today.
Kenzie Meyer brings it up for St. Peter's. Good defense there by the Crusaders. That shot will hit the baseline and turn it back over to Columbus Christian. Kenna Conrad brings it up for Columbus Christian. Has to pick up her dribble. Pass cross court. Shot won't go for Lily Miller. And we'll have a held ball down around the baseline. Blair's pass is knocked away by Lexi Jones. Conrad with the dribble out top. Now it's Eva Blair. Poked away and the ball's loose. Picked up. And we'll have a call on the court. I think they'll get Caitlin Mabus for that foul. Abby Schieffer back onto the court for the Lions. Crusaders basketball. Kenna Conrad to inbound. And baseline violation there as Laura Beth Vanderburg stepped on the inline. Tylee Hatcher back on for the Lions, as well as Serenity Mack for Columbus Christian. Hatcher's pass knocked away. Eva Blair brings it up. We'll have another held ball situation. It will stay with Columbus Christian as Milena Schundelmeyer comes back on. Also, Emily Stair into the game for Columbus Christian. They'll have the ball in the corner. Tough spot to inbound from, especially when they're all packed in there in that quarter. And the ball is stolen, and now a held ball. This time it'll go to St. Peter's. Caitlin White back in for the Lions. Kylie Hatcher to bring it up, and defense almost knocked it away. Good job by Hatcher to keep control. Cooper looks inside. Mavis has another one. She has 6, and the score is 32-2. Schundelmeyer brings it up. Her shot is knocked away, but a foul will be called on Mavis. And that is the 4th, I believe, on Caitlin Mavis. 2 free throws coming up for Milena Schundelmeyer. First one is off the glass and in. Rachel Kuhlman back on for the Lions. Second one is off the iron, and we've got a held ball. .351 remaining. Schundelmeyer to inbound. And it's taken away by Rachel Kuhlman. She picks up her dribble and has it poked away from behind. Serenity Mack going the other way for the Crusaders. Schundelmeyer gives it up after the double team. And it's taken away by Serenity Mack. Her shot won't go down. And we have another held ball. This time it'll go over to the St. Peter's Lions. Geraldine Handley and Naomi Haynes reporting in for the Columbus Christian Crusaders. Kuhlman gives it up. Nice pass once again. She's done a really nice job of distributing the basketball. Caitlin White will earn a trip to the free throw line. Emily Stair called for the personal foul. First one rattles in and out.
One's a shooter.
Here's the second one for Caitlin White, and it is off the iron to the left. Schundelmeyer brings it up for the Crusaders. Cross-court pass taken away. Finally, the shot up and in, and Caitlin Mavis has gone for 8 points here in the second half. .220 remaining here in this contest. Schundelmeyer looks to get herself open and lost control of the ball, and now it's going to be taken away. Shot up for Geraldine Handley won't go down. Mavis. And we have another held ball. This one will go over to this one will go back to the Crusaders. Olivia Johnson and Barbara May back in for St. Peter's. Melena Schundelmeyer has it taken away, and Olivia Johnson's going to try to go all the way in with the left hand. She does. She has 10. And it's stolen away. Mavis, her shot won't go down. Serenity Mack goes the other way for the Crusaders. Her shot will be partially blocked. And they look up the floor. Mack pokes it away and regains possession. Final minute of play here. Shot on the way for Emily Stair, won't go. And we've got a whistle here, quick timeout to get Abby Cooper back in the game. St. Peter's basketball, 46 seconds remaining. Caitlin Mavis being double teamed out there. Finally gives it up to Lexi Jones. And they're going to have a 3-second violation called. It'll turn the ball back over to the Columbus Christian Crusaders. $30 remaining. Schundelmeyer works herself free, gets a shot off, won't go down, and we're going to have a held ball. St. Peter's basketball, 19 seconds left in this one, and a little aggressive on the defensive end there by Geraldine Handley as she reached across the end line. If they were that technical about it, that would be a technical. Instead, Mavis brings it up court. 10 seconds remaining. Naomi Haynes called for that personal foul. Let's see if they can run one more out of bounds play. And on the held ball, that'll turn it over to the Crusaders. Let's see if the clock ticks away this time. Final 5 seconds. Schundelmeyer dribbles. Fires one up. Won't go down. Kuhlman with the rebound. And that will end this contest. St. Peter's the winner, 36-3 over Columbus Christian. We'll take a short break and be right back with our St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network RE/MAX Player of the Game.
I'm standing here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
Welcome back to the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network. Our RE/MAX Player of the Game is Katie Stoner. Congratulations, Katie.
Thank you.
You guys got off to a great start there. You put some defensive pressure on, and you had the hot start that first quarter.
Yeah.
When you get in a groove like that, do you start thinking, boy, I'd like to get a shot up every time I get the ball?
Yeah, pretty much. Usually if I'm open, I usually try and shoot and just try and get off a good shot.
Well, the defense led to a lot of those shots. Did you have any game plan from your coaches to put that defensive pressure on?
Well, we just wanted to try and come out and do our best and be aggressive.
Well, and you certainly did that. You had a great first quarter. That led to the a 16-0 lead at the end of one, and you had 10 of those 16 points. Now, when you make a couple of those shots, do you think your teammates start looking at you, trying to get you some more shots?
Yeah, but we always want to try and hit the open person instead of just trying to get whoever has the hot hand or whatever.
All right. Well, congratulations and best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Katie Stoner, our St. Peter's Lutheran RE/MAX Player of the Game. Hey, that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. Let me go down the scoring real quick for St. Peter's. Katie Stoner had 10. Also in double figures was Olivia Johnson with 10, 8 points for Caitlin Mabus, and 2 apiece for Abby Schieffer, Abby Cooper, Kylie Hatcher, and Kenzie Meyer. 2 points for Kenna Conrad and 1 for Milena Schundelmeyer of Columbus Christian. Hey, we're going to take a break for the rest of the holidays, but we'll be back with more in January on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. I'm Ted Rutan for our producer, Dean O'Neill. Have a very pleasant good evening.
RE/MAX. Call Jean or Annette today.